Hello and greetings. Welcome to earGROUND New Voices Amplified. My name is Plot Marco, and I'm connecting with you from the platform that celebrates and speaks to different African creatives. And I'm super excited today because I'm speaking to one of Africa's fastest rising acts. And he's an artist from Nigeria, but currently is in South Africa. This is how far his brand is growing. His name is uh, Tommy Wa. I hope I pronounced that well, but uh, I'm just going to play a snippet before we cross over to him so that we get to hear a bit about him and his music. So stay tuned as we
You're
take a dive
welcome
into
once
his
again.
music.
This evening, we're having a wonderful time. If you're watching this, you're watching something amazing. Back to the Roots, by the Roots, through the grapevines. The next artist that we have at the 45 this evening goes by the name of Tomiwa.
Hey, what you waiting for? When I see clearly that we could be much more. With the rain it'll fly away, with the rain it'll go to the subway. I'll send my boats, we can sail to the portway. I get him. It's real with the at dawn. 'Cause I've been waiting for you, and I crossed the other side by the river bank. And if you'd feel the same way I feel about you, 'cause I'll always try to let us put it in a bottle and hope it gets to you. We will set sail on the rainbows and travel pink from blue. What good are these memories if I don't write you a song, yeah? 'Cause I'll be waiting for you. Yeah.
I was getting goosebumps just listening to that song. Welcome to earGROUND, Tomiwa.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Um, the is Sorua Tomiwa, and
Okay.
so you can just take it out like Tomiwa,
Great, great.
Tomiwa,
Tomiwa.
Tomiwa. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Your music is such amazing music, and I'm really, really liking your approach to music and the depth, the creativity in it. Taking you back to your early childhood, what sort of fed your
Yeah.
imagination for you to start getting a bit of interest into music and the creative arts?
That's a very beautiful question. As a child, I grew up in Ibadan. That's
Mhm.
the western part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I was a very sheltered kid, but they couldn't control me in essence. So
Yeah.
like I think I created my own reality. Ibadan was quiet, Ibadan was chill, but like I created my own reality as a child. Like I used to just make
Mhm.
music out of my mom's poetry and stuff like that. To like just listen for sounds and just my environment, my family too. The construct of my family also made me really want to write. So I
Mhm.
started writing. I didn't start with music. I just started writing poetry, writing different things, expressing myself in a different way. I really looked forward to expressing myself in different ways, and music found me. Yeah.
Wow. Music found you, but it's quite interesting because you left Nigeria for Ghana to study
Yes.
political science, and which
Yes.
is distant from the creative arts, you know. Why,
Ah,
why was that your decision, or it was a decision of the family to say, you know what, we know you like music, but go to school?
okay. I think what it was that I was I was developed at my younger stage in every point of expression I had. So I think I took a gap between secondary school and university where I learned the guitar for the first time. Then I also
Mhm.
started photography for the first time. So I was
Great.
doing all these different things, and I was a talkative. Like, talked a lot as an African child. If you have to go to law or something, politics. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons I went to Ghana. I didn't go to Ghana as an artist. I went there just to
As a student.
learn, so then expand my, and that was where I found artists, of
Oh, okay, interesting. What happened? How did you find your artistic, self there in Ghana?
like there was an audience. Apart from an audience, there was also a space where I could really express myself. Also, I go by the thing where I am when I'm outnumbered. I like that challenge. Whenever I'm outnumbered, I like to I like the challenge. So I think that motivated me to want to do more, to carve myself and listen to myself more and bring that out as an artist. Also, I used to have classes in the same auditorium with artists, fine artists, and all those things. So
Okay, great.
after class, I would just see what they do, and that made me really want to go into art. Yeah.
Awesome. And let's talk about your body of work. How much content, have you produced, released so far? Albums, singles. Uh, how far have you gone?
Okay. So in 2016, for the first time, I released a body of work which was like 4 songs. I didn't really think it was gonna do. I didn't think anything about to it. I just thought, oh, just people just put music out, right?
Yeah,
But essentially, I wanted to be a performing artist and not. I wasn't crazy about the recording world. But I wanted to be. So I've just put out 6 songs in total, but
yeah.
now I am working on different things, and I'm really enjoying being in the studio lately, exploring those sounds. But still, my first love was
Producing.
always performing. Yeah,
You also
me
produce.
producing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do my own sort of production and in the minimalist way, and on the bigger scale, I collaborate with other producers. Yeah,
Ah, great. And
yeah.
but how do you describe the sound that you make? Because I get some poetry, in that music. I get some, folk element, acoustic. How best do you describe the kind of music that you make?
Currently, it's safe to say it is indie, but like in a indie sense, it's also Afro indie. Let me just put it Afro indie, and it allows me to really be introspective about my sound, from my roots, to get from my jazz roots, from the retro soul, from the contemporary desert
Mm,
blues, from all those things, and mash it up together and add my reality, right?
yeah.
Introduce that into the sound. That is how I would call my sound right now, Afro indie, and I'm exploring, well, like I said, folk, jazz, and all those things. Like these are the things that I am pushing right now and molding into Afro indie.
And transitioning from Tommy Maverick. to
Mhm.
Tomiwa.
Yeah.
What informed that transition?
Um, Tommy Maverick is still like Maverick. I'm still a Maverick. I still people still consider me a Maverick. But that switch was motivated by I wanted to own my own name. Um, and like we're talking now. My name is Tamiwa. Like it felt like the flow was easier, and my father was like, "Okay, just name yourself Tamiwa," and it works like that. So there's a family involvement in that too. Yeah,
Ah, okay, interesting.
yeah.
And in your family, was there anyone who was musical or doing
Uh-huh.
music in any way?
I think an uncle somewhere is doing gospel something. I don't even know how to call it gospel, but he's doing music. He's doing good music. Yeah, yeah,
Ah, great. And
yeah,
Nigeria is really uh, doing so well when you're looking from outside.
yeah,
Not only Afro pop, but Afrobeat, but from gospel, dance, or you name it. It's really, leading, on the continent, and the sound has become global. What's the reality on the ground? What exactly is happening from somebody who's coming from within music industry?
Um, what's happening right now is I think the world is ready for us. I think that's what it is. And also there's a push, there's an awakening, like within the youths, like any country that has like the most populated youths, like this kind of thing is going to happen. The switch is happening. It happened with reggae music, it's happening with our side of music. So I think everybody's going to get their flowers at some point. Yeah,
Great. It's quite
yeah,
interesting there because you speak about the youth and you speak about the awakening that is happening. Because we grew up looking up to stars from the States. We all wanted to be like the hip hop stars. But right now, if I speak to an average Zimbabwean artist or Zimbabwean youngster, their
yeah,
model in terms of inspiration is somebody who is coming from the continent. Either they're coming from
yeah,
Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, you name it. But now we start to have local stars that have built
yeah.
names and brands, and also an economy around it that we start to emulate and appreciate.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I do
Great.
agree. It's the structures are getting better. The deals African artists are signing are not bloodthirsty deals anymore. It's we're having better leverage on the world scale, and that's important for the younger ones to see so they can excel.
That is great. That is great. And in terms of uh, your current work, like what are you currently working on? Is there like any new project or any recent project that you have? What is on your on your plate right now?
Okay, aside collaborations, aside singles that I want to put out next year, I
Mm.
am earnestly looking forward to finishing the project. Finishing the project, this beautifully curated um, thought process I've had through the years, and I just want to finish it and put that out. So that's what I'm currently earnestly concentrated on. Passionate about from January. I should finish something. Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Hopefully, don't let me even put time. Yeah.
Great. All the best. And, I was watching the video of Gravity, and I come from a very strong dance background. For 15 years, I've been working in dance, and I couldn't help but marvel at the choreography and the text and the storyline that you brought out through dance, in that video. It made me think and started asking, what's involved in your creative process?
Mm. I think straight to the point would be um, how people express love. How people express love and how I've witnessed love. Also, people's pursuit for closure. The happiness, like pursuit of happiness. Also, sometimes I look within me for my hypocrisy just to analyze where I'm, falling
Yeah.
short. And these are the things that motivates and make me study how would people move to this feeling, how would people, what would this feeling spark in them? Is it joy, is it temporary? And one important thing I must say is that there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much going on with my country, going on in your country, going on everywhere. And what's been most important for me is to create my own reality. So it's safe, to create my own bubble and exist in that. So my own system in my head is to bring people in, and these are the things that motivate me uh, to pursue the sound that people would feel and forget something, connect on a spiritual level, not just on a physical level, on all the levels. Yeah. So that's something essential for me.
And
Yeah.
does that have any connection to the message that you bring through your music?
Yes, totally, totally, totally. Like music is not just supposed to be felt on the surface for me. It's supposed to do something to you, like do something to your life if you allow it to. If you allow it to do that. I'm not forcing it on people, but I feel like it brings something to people, and that's part of my message.
Ah,
Yeah.
great.
So in short terms, I'll just say my music currently is a sound for family, friends, and neighbors. Yeah.
Ah, great. Family, friends, and neighbors, and we all form part of that family. And I personally definitely enjoying that music. And looking at the kind of music that you make at a time when everybody or a lot of people seem to be going towards, the up
Mhm.
tempo,
Mm.
more urban, more pop sound, but you're really sticking
Yeah.
to music that is soulful, that really hits the heart. Do you feel the edge or the pressure to switch or to attempt other genres, or you're very comfortable and confident in the style that you're making?
I think I understand the value of timing, and what's most essential. I'm privileged to know to understand my purpose at the moment, and I think my purpose at the moment is to give my own quota of what I'm giving right now, and not try to force it. And I do not feel a pressure. I do not feel any pressure. I feel people need this kind of music right now, and it's essential because my reality, some people attach themselves to it. Some people have lived the type of life I live. Some people are looking at the kind of things I see. So we can't leave those people out. And it's essential. Africans are experiencing different types of things right now. So like you got to feed it to them, and someone has to tell them something and sing from the genuine parts of themselves. Yeah, that's how I
Yeah,
say it.
that is great. And last night you were performing in
Yeah.
Johannesburg, South Africa, where you still are.
Yes.
You were at the Access Music Conference.
Yeah.
And how was the experience? Was that your first time in South Africa and performing there?
Yes, it's totally my first time. I would say like I had no worries for some weird reason. Like I had no worries with singing my songs because I just had a feeling like they would get it. Like Johannesburg's gonna get it like immediately. Like and
Mhm.
immediately we started, people were really moved. I actually enjoyed that part. So it's been great, even on Access. I really am really happy that Access, you know, chose me to be here, and it's a pretty good experience. It's good for the exposure. It's good for African music. They're not just looking at one side, looking at you know all sides, and it's important. Yeah,
Ah,
it's important for me tonight again. So yeah. Uh,
great.
Yeah, so like looking
So,
forward to
what are you promising tonight that is different from last night?
tonight is just more. It's still just more like like from the depth of myself, like reaching for the genuine side of myself. Like that's what I'm looking forward for tonight, and to connect with people beyond. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Wow, great. Connecting with people beyond that's what you're looking at. And you know, this is great, and I'm happy that I actually spoke to you just before you do a performance later tonight. And Are you open to collaborations if there are artists from across, the continent, maybe from Zimbabwe, that may one day want to work on something with you? Is this something that you're open to?
Sorry, I think you're breaking a lot, so I can't hear you.
Okay, great. And I was asking in terms of collaborations, if you're open to collaborations, if there are artists
Okay.
from Zimbabwe, South Africa, or elsewhere that would want to work with you. Is this something that you
Yeah,
you are up
totally,
for?
totally, totally. Like I've identified some great artists that I am looking forward from the side, straight up Bunguzi way.
Mhm.
Um, I think he's an awesome artist. Musaki. I think that
Yes.
name is very popular around here. So those are the people I'm looking forward to working with. Um, yeah, I'll just say those two right now. There's another Jeremy Loops. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, that's another person I'm looking forward to working with. Yeah, in this space.
Wow. Wow, it's been awesome. I really appreciate it. I hope to stay in touch and catch up, as your star rises. And I just wanted to ask, uh, 5 years from now, where do we see Tomiwa?
Um, uh, uh, it's it's I think I'm carrying everybody along. That's where it is gonna be. Like it's not just gonna be me. 5 years from now, we're all gonna be somewhere with where we're very represented. The music is on a larger scale and felt more deeply. 5 years from now, people like myself doing indie music, as well as me, there will be a good platform. There will be a better platform and better representation for myself. Um, more albums, more music out. Very, very essential. More music out. Yes. This is not just for me. It's for everyone. Yeah. 5 years from now. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you and your team and everybody who's been behind the scenes to make this possible on such a short notice. And thank you so much, Tommy. All the best with the concert tonight.
Thank
Do enjoy Johannesburg. It's such a beautiful place, one of my favorite cities in the world. The vibe, the energy, and the culture there. Great. To everybody who's been watching us on
you. Yeah.
Facebook, on
Thank you so
Twitter, on
much.
YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, earGROUND New Voices Amplified, we celebrate that we're making a milestone in terms of just the support that we're getting from you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, remember, I was speaking there to Tommy Why, a multi talented artist from Nigeria who's making some beautiful music. And to get people to access your music, what are your links? What's the name of your platforms?
Tomiwa TOMMYWA. You can check that out on anywhere you want to find, wherever you stream, wherever you use the social media. You can check it out. Tomiwa
Great.
TOMMYW.
Awesome. Awesome. So until next time, remember, earGROUND New Voices Amplified. My name is Plot Marco and I'm out.